Greetings, everybody. This is the N-Word Podcast, powered by the South. I am your wonderful, beautiful, handsome black male host. This is my wonderful, beautiful...
Handsome. Am I not handsome?
Handsome wife and co-host. You could be handsome if that's what you choose.
I mean, maybe I'm not handsome. I don't know that I maybe have looked handsome in the past.
I don't know what the definition of handsome is by the dictionary.
I have an internal understanding of like what I think someone or something is handsome.
Yeah.
I think I'm a lot of things, but maybe not handsome. Sometimes.
I agree. I do think you are a lot of things. You know what is a lot of things, though? The fact that we tried to film this episode maybe 2 or 3 times.
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Maybe.
I think it's not that we tried. We did.
We have.
We have filmed this episode a couple of times, actually.
Said episode has been filmed several times. It's like The Matrix Reloaded. Or is it? What was it? What's the third one? Was that what it's called?
Is it Revolution? I'm not well versed enough in the Matrix world fandom to even speak on such a thing. I feel like it would be disrespectful to the crew.
I think you might be right. I too am not well versed. But the first one was lit.
I enjoyed it.
But yeah, we definitely tried to film this episode about 11 times.
Oh no, we did film it. It's just that you can't say try because it's like we definitely did do it. Just there were technical difficulties.
Thank you for correcting me. The technical difficulties is wild.
Yeah.
Because it's like trying to film a movie that you're also starring in and you also don't have a crew.
You know who did that? I feel like Will Smith did that, didn't he? With one of the Bad Boys movies?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I thought you were going to say some like throwback, deep cut Will Smith movie.
I'm sure. I think he was a director on one of the Bad Boys
movies.
No.
Yeah, but he had like a crew.
Yeah, fair.
You know?
We're obviously not Will Smith.
We literally, like, we should film this and put it on the show.
Yeah. What we got, the team.
Here's the team, y'all.
It's giving ghost. But the good news is, if at first you don't succeed.
First you don't succeed. Touch yourself up.
Detroit icon Betty. Aaliyah reminds us we will try again.
What was the A. Marie?
Don't play A. Marie. Don't do A. Marie.
No. I appreciate it because she had a moment and it turned into like a little challenge. Like people were like, "Oh, we didn't know
how hard it was
to sing this song."
Right.
So like people
like,
are on TikTok
no
like,
sis.
Some people were really eating.
One thing that got me tripping, you did. Cut it off. It's this one thing you did. It's this one thing that caught me slipping. It's this one thing the one to admit you did. Yeah. I want to start from the first, and I said acapella, guys. Acapella. I'm gonna let it go. Trying to keep my eyes closed. Trying to keep it just like before. The times when never even thought to speak. Don't wanna tell you what it is. Oh, we felt so serious. Got me thinking just too much. I wanna shut it out, but it's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that got me tripping. You did. Your soul made me feel it. It's this one thing you did. It's this one thing, don't want to admit it. It's this one thing I can't admit you did. It's this one thing you did. We don't know each other well.
I literally don't know the words to the song, so if you were trying to make out my words,
no,
you will never get there.
No. But here you are again singing on the pod.
What can I say? I'm an artistic guy. How goes you, Angela? How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling grounded. I'm feeling like we're on our way to Leo season. It's on the horizon. Shout out to the Lion Order. And love to my Cancers. My Cancers. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Angela.
Father Chubbs.
Thank you.
Our sister queen, Carmen Berkeley.
Shout out,
the
Carmen.
Care Bear leader. Happy belated birthday to you. But yeah, Cancer season is always a little cloudy for me. But I'm grateful for the emotional growth and excited for the sunshine on the horizon.
We're excited about your emotional growth too, Angela. The Cancer delegation, we've been talking about how, she's like sitting with her emotions more.
Do you guys have a committee?
Yeah, we meet on Sundays.
Isn't it just like a lion to be on everyone's topic of discussion?
Isn't it what?
Just like a lion, like a Leo, to be on everyone's agenda for discussing?
Well,
we love that for us.
I didn't say everyone. It was just the Cancer delegation.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay.
Fair.
She loves the stage, y'all. Well, since you've asked how I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. We were just talking about me. I didn't get to you.
How
are you, dear?
Speed it up. Speed it up, Leo.
How are you, dear?
Get to the transitions.
We have to. If I'm on stage, I have to be on stage.
I get it. If you want to slow walk to the back, do your thing.
How are you, Kev?
But don't do it like Donald Trump at the FIFA, or there was like a soccer situation.
the FIFA World Cup.
And they like the I guess the captain or maybe the MVP of the team. I think he's the captain of the team. He like orchestrated.
He moved everybody in front.
He basically shifted his body.
So embarrassing.
And finessed Trump.
So tragic.
Yeah. And it was wild too because everybody was like, "Yeah,
go away."
Trump clearly ignored the signs to get off stage.
The social cues.
Like they were literally trying to like escort him.
I do love how pissed the players were and how they talked about it. They're like, he totally tricked us. I don't know why he was there.
Yeah.
It was very upsetting. Like they took time out of their press conference.
Totally.
In a way that was also not what American professional players would do. They'd be like,
he's the president.
Or even the ones that were uncomfortable, like what's his name? Jalen Hurts talked about not going to the White House when they won the Super Bowl. And he was just basically no comment. He didn't have anything to say. Which is, again, here in the United States, I guess that's enough. But I loved how the players were like, this was terrible. We were pissed. Can't believe he was up there. We tried to get, they were very this dude fucked it up.
I think, didn't they call him a dictator or something like that?
Yeah. He was this is very dictator behavior.
Yeah.
And they also went so far as to cut the official team, Trump out of the pictures and the video. They edited him completely out of the video.
Wait,
there's celebration video, so
wow,
he's not even there. It was so wild.
I appreciate it as a sign of the tides turning and the the shift in the matrix of white supremacy. I feel like they put themselves out there in a way where people are like, all right, what can I do?
What can I do to be I do not fuck with this guy over here, and I'm making it crystal clear. Yeah. Me and him, no.
Question for you.
But wait, I'm sorry. We didn't say how you were. I don't want to move past that.
Oh, wow. Look at that, y'all. She loved me. Thanks, babe. I appreciate that. I am, went to Vegas and celebrated the boy. Celebrated my very good friend, best friend, and the fact that he is getting married.
Yay.
yeah, shout out Ryan and B Mart.
Love to the fam.
Mad love to the fam. But went out to Vegas, and it was just, yeah, a great time. Tried to drink a lot of water. It was hot AF. And back on, you know, now that we're here, back to the work day and the like routine, and I'm pretty excited about this detox that I'm about to hit up, because I need to like cleanse myself. I feel like I've been drinking and eating all types of stuff for the last like
summer vibes
2.5 months. So I'm excited about that, and I do want to say,
let us know.
Angela was right.
I can't wait to hear about what.
Your electrolyte water thing. Man.
Powered you up.
It is like, it's like a sensu bean. You don't know what a sensu bean is, but it's okay. It definitely powered me up. It definitely gave me life several times. Had the whole crew on it. That
You're welcome.
That 10-pack was gone
Immediately.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I got it in, and I was like, it's like stepping outside and there's a bunch of clouds, and then you take it, and then like the clouds go away, and then
like, okay.
The sunshine comes out, and you're like, wow, it's a beautiful day. That's how it felt. It felt very like clearing, refreshing. Yeah, that shit is lit.
The little liquid IV packs.
Liquid
Put
IV
them in your
packs,
water.
Electrolyte packs.
Especially if you are a person over the age of 35.
Mm-hmm.
If you're drinking alcohol, consuming in short periods of time or for long periods of time, really kind of generally.
Boost it up.
Go ahead and get you one of those. It'll help you.
I ain't even gonna lie. One of the homies mixed it with their drink. And I was
Also not a bad idea.
I was like, I don't know if you should be doing that. But
I mean, I usually...
I feel like scientifically it would cancel each other out.
Not cancel out,
like
but certainly
would
not add the benefits of it.
Yeah, like the alcohol would like mute it.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. It was lit.
Love it for us.
So yes, you were right. The question that I wanted to ask you, which is a question that we're going to be asking, trying to ask every time we do the show. What does white supremacy mean to you today?
White supremacy, I don't know. White supremacy to me today is showing up as the scam that is insurance.
Oh, yeah. Terrible.
Period. Health insurance, home insurance, car insurance, insurance on your travel insurance. It's a scam. And
it really is a scam.
To me, it's white supremacy because, one, it's taking advantage of the fact that like actually shit does happen, and it's white supremacy because it's a concept that in theory makes a lot of sense. You pay, shit happens, but it's not common, but it does happen. You pay a little bit.
They're trying to make money off of your fear.
Yes, but the idea is that like. This is going to happen to someone. So if many people pay into it, if they are that someone, they get the money for it, right? Many people pay a small fee, and then whenever it happens to that one person or to those few people, then the money is there.
I was listening. Sorry.
No, I just want to say the scam of it all is that nowadays, I would argue because there's no enforcement of regulations or rules on these insurance companies, nothing is covered.
So
we had an issue in our house, a little situation with the roof and the raccoons. Maybe we'll tell the story later. And the thought was like, oh, well, let's call our insurance company, our health insurance company, of which we pay a buttload of money for.
House insurance.
I'm sorry, house insurance. Thank you. We pay a boatload of money for. And you have to have it to get a house, to get a loan, to get a house. And everyone's like, no. Don't call. The minute you even call them to inquire about a claim, either your rate's going to go up,
right,
or they're going to drop you. And guess what? Either way, the little hole in your roof is not covered under this policy.
And you about to fuck up the insurance
and
ecosystem for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
For this small little claim.
This little hole that you have, no, because now you're not going to get any coverage, and your rate's going to go up. And we also might even just kick you off this mug, and then you got to go through the whole thing again.
It also just makes me think about, like, why wouldn't the system of insurance actually just live in, like, the city government?
Sure.
And, like, we just pay in
more in taxes.
We pay, more in taxes or something. I don't know. It definitely,
Kevin, that's socialism.
Angela, how would you explain socialism? And then I'll answer what's white supremacy to me.
Oh, okay, cool. I would explain socialism I feel like I'm in front of a classroom. To me, socialism is the socializing of profit. Mm-hmm. And also, so like the gains of the collective are controlled by the collective, i.e. the government or the people who make up the government. Mm-hmm. And that also then there's incentives for, like, in the case of this insurance idea, there's incentives for there to be, like, if the resources are shared, if the money that we generate from producing stuff and being consumers and the way the economy works, if all of that is socialized, meaning we all have, it's like it's in the service of everybody versus the people who own it, then it's in everybody's interest for insurance, for everybody to have insurance and for the insurance to be good. Mm-hmm. Because that means that if the people, the government, are in charge of, like, distributing resources, well, then we're going to do it in a way that's cost effective, like making sure that people have the things covered that they need covered so that when there's a disaster, things are less expensive. That's why, like, public health care is such a generally good idea, mm-hmm. because if you have public health care, then you can incent the government, the owners of the people, I should say, the people who make up the government are incentivized to make it easier to stay healthy, mm-hmm. versus, like, we're just going to allow people to be sick, and then when they're sick, we make more money. If healthcare is socialized, or they're under socialism, then the idea of making it less expensive is by, like, helping people stay healthier, and or making it less expensive generally to get health care so that more people have the care that they need. And that's a sort of a stumbly way of articulating it, but that's how it makes sense to me.
Your stumble is beautiful. It makes sense why billionaires wouldn't want socialism.
No.
It's wild to see that they would obviously not want socialism, and because of that, they're able to drive media that's anti because they own the media. Right. It is sick.
Sick. Ew.
Yeah, it's sick.
What does white supremacy mean to you today? How's it showing up for you?
How it's showing up for me today, how white supremacy is showing up for me today is Copaganda shows that are manipulating my wife, and millions of viewers around the world. I hate it. I feel so conflicted when.
Okay, let me get it together. Hold on.
I feel so just disturbed and bothered by the fact that these shows exist, and that they trick viewers into thinking that police are superheroes. They are saving kittens from trees, and that, you know, the humanization of police officers via these Copaganda shows.
Or just policing in general.
And policing.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible.
I agree.
You know, I just get very disturbed at it. Paw Patrol.
Rose says, I want a top a toe.
See?
Top a toe.
It's terrible. It fosters a fake trust in a system that is reluctant to hold itself accountable. It's terrible.
It is truly fiction. It is truly, truly like the most made up type shit that you could ever imagine. And if you, in terms of like the stories of what happens in like high school shows is more true than like the way that they depict police and policing. You are 100% right. It is Copaganda. It is definitely white supremacy. I do also watch. I am a watcher of these shows. I try to limit my watching of it, but
do you, Angela? Do you?
If you let me finish, Kevin.
Okay.
Oh man, I try to limit my consumption. However, I am watching a show right now called The Rookie. This one is particularly egregious.
We're gonna bleep this. We're gonna bleep this out
because you don't want people to know what the show is.
I'm not promoting Copaganda on this show.
The show that I'm watching is a particularly bad show, and it's particularly bad because it totally does the like, these guys are just trying to figure it out type thing, and it's like the literal characters are fine. But it's that they're doing it as police. Policing is so... They make it seem like twice a week, these niggas are busting up a drug ring and...
saving the community.
Saving kids that are being driven away in cars by bad guys. Like
occasional basketball games.
Yeah. This is not what these police are up to. This is not what policing in the United States is at all. It is pure fiction. And it's totally toxic, and I do watch it. And, you know, no excuses. It is what it is. I will tell you how I got turned on to the show. I was seeing clips of it on my TikTok feed, the little short clips. And I'm a TV girl. I love TV since I was a young child. And, so, you know, the clips got me. I love a little story. I love there's a bomb threat at minute 5, and by minute 43, all is saved, and we're headed to the bar. Like, that's it. I'm a TV girl. It's
It's the Copaganda show.
They totally got me on that. But yeah, I agree. It is definitely Copaganda, 100%. Totally white supremacy in very bad forms.
And whenever I walk in and see you watching it, I just sit there in the back.
You're judging me.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm like, why is she doing this? This is terrible. And then sometimes I catch myself watching it, and then I'm like, run. Like literally just run out the room.
I think the way that I justify it is that I know it's Copaganda, and so
you're like, yeah, I'm shooting myself up with drugs. It's drugs.
It's toxic. I know that.
Yeah. Am I doing something wrong?
Terrible. This just one more thing on this. So obviously we're here in 2025 where like the world is different now, but like the season that I'm watching right now is it takes place in 2021. So there's all this, like, you can actually see, it's actually kind of from a pop culture storytelling standpoint, it's kind of interesting because you can see how they've tried to weave in police accountability narratives. They've tried to weave in like,
they're like, this is the new DEI hire.
well, no, like, no. More like the characters are like, they like busted up, they like got rid of some bad white racist cop. And everyone's like, yeah, he's racist. Like, this is a problem.
We gotta get him out of here.
We gotta get this guy out of here.
We handle racism.
Yeah,
well.
we're doing it.
We're doing it.
We hear it. They like have this, it is an interesting how the writers infused sort of like the moment, the discourse and the tone of the public in the moment, which was like right after the uprisings in 2020 for George Floyd. And, you know, back then it was like, actually, not only do Black Lives Matter, we got to do something about it. You know, here we are 4 years later, like deep in the backlash, but it'll be interesting to see what the writers say about this moment. One of the characters says like, I mean, it's 2021. This is like a...
Next.
Yeah, because basically what happened was like, they're like, this, you know, one cop was talking about how this older cop, he saw him profile these people, and the guy was like, I know that, you know, this is just, you know, how some people do. And then the friend cop that the kid was talking to was like, no way, man, this is 2021. We gotta those are, I mean, you know or what? Maybe it was women in policing. It was about women in policing, not like race in this thing.
You know what I just noticed? You're not into like documentaries and stuff.
No, I am. I watch documentaries.
But like, I don't think I've ever seen you just like casually watch it like as much as you watch. Like, you're a TV girl for sure.
I am a TV girl.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you just like, oh, hey, just...
It depends. It has to be like something that I'm obviously interested in. I'm not just like searching documentaries. But yeah.
Word. There was a point in time where I was definitely like searching for documentaries to watch. Like stick it in my veins type of thing.
I more so like to watch, like, if I'm looking for that type of thing, I more so like to watch like clips of people speaking, or like versus like a documentary that puts together a whole entire arc. Like, I'll search a clip of some historical figure talking, or to hear more of their words.
Well, speaking of...
Well, thank you for letting me in spite of my Copaganda consumption.
Of course, honey. What?
Anyways.
Of course I love you despite your Copaganda joy.
But it makes me good at my work, at this work, because I know what the people are consuming.
You're like, this one time I was watching CSI. And I think that's why we should do that direct action.
Exactly.
You're a head ass.
One time on Law and Order SVU.
You're wild. Let's talk about the manosphere seemingly shifting. Theo Von has been
a name I had not heard up until a couple months ago.
Honestly,
but didn't he? He had another career or something.
I gotta look this up.
Wasn't he like was he a former athlete, or was he on like one of the reality TV shows?
You know,
is he from The Challenge, or like Real World or something?
I don't know.
Because his face is familiar to me.
His face looks like it was at like a movie or something.
Or like...
Oh, wow. Holy cow. He totally was on MTV's reality television show Road Rules Maximum Velocity Tour.
Shout out me knowing my pop culture.
2000. it began in 2000 at
well, where was it?
Age 19.
Road
where
Wolf.
was it? The challenge.
Fascinating, man.
I don't know. It was the Maximum Velocity tour.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I'm like, where did this goofy face guy come from
MTV.
again? Because it looks familiar, but I couldn't remember where. But point is, Theo Von and, you know, folks like Theo Von, folks like Joe Rogan are considered like, you know, a part of this manosphere. I don't even know what exactly. How would you define manosphere?
I mean, I think it's
other than like bro-y college white men bashing their heads with beer and talking about life on a podcast.
Yeah, I would say that that's not the manosphere. I would say the manosphere is actually it's a mostly online ecosystem, digital ecosystem, where it's all of the ways that like toxic narratives about masculinity that are, you know, sort of rooted in like more traditionalism, like the kind of alpha male, alpha versus beta male. Another term that people use is like red pill.
Niggas.
To be the red pill guys. Like this idea of like, instead of like listening to when people say like, I think that a lot of this started after the Me Too movement as like a backlash to Me Too, but like literally listening instead of being like, oh, people are saying that men have been showing up in this, they have been experiencing men in these ways that are harmful, that are scary, that are dangerous for men and for non-men, for women and so on. And like also that historically men have been in power and used their power to dominate women, to wield that power in ways that are harmful to everybody, instead of being like, that's worth considering. Perhaps we might make some adjustments.
Yeah.
The manosphere is like, like they went the complete opposite direction and are like, that's oppressive to men. Men are being oppressed. This is why things are going bad. And like you, like literally, like it's almost, there's like a lot of like victimization of men. There's a lot of while they also still have a lot of power, including putting this person into office or heavily contributing to the person's office. So it's like there's like a lot of the more toxic fitness culture stuff is in there. I feel like some of the UFC stuff is mixed up in there.
The manosphere is a ideology that is often promoting various forms of toxic masculinity that are also rooted in traditional
American traditional Western values.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, alpha male.
Right.
Where it's interesting how that all of that, hearing it as a backlash from the Me Too movement, definitely feels very like, what about meism?
Very much
type of thing.
Right.
Like you're so flustered in your own emotions that you can't have this conversation in a logical way where you are hearing the experiences of other people and actually processing what you could do about it versus being like, well, what about my safety?
Right. Well, and also like a lot of people who are talking about the way that patriarchy shows up in our culture also name how it harms men. Yeah. Because the other thing about the manosphere is that it kind of, it perpetuates this like very limited view of being a man, being a male person, of masculinity in a way that's like, you can't be, that leaves no room for the type of vulnerability that you experience when you're like, well, what about what's my safety? Or the type of vulnerability that you need to put forward to be able to to be able to have a conversation about your own safety or how that shows up with other people.
Just thinking about like the boys don't cry.
Correct.
Or like,
boys don't wear pink.
Tough it out type of mentality.
Yeah.
We were, I see it all the time, especially interacting with Noir's basketball league. This kid definitely, who was probably like what,
7 or 8.
This kid definitely like hurt his elbow or something, and he was like clearly in pain. At one point, he like got up and then got back down. I was like, "Oh, this kid is like fucked up."
It's like, actually, no, I'm not good.
Yeah, it looked like like something you see off of like the NFL. Like,
oh no,
player just dropped to the ground, and his dad's in the background like, "Walk it off, walk it off." I'm like, "Fuck, dude, bro."
He might have hurt himself.
Yeah, and like, so like you see it develop in those type of ways. So like this kid is like, damn, I have to like walk it off. I can't show or articulate that like
I'm actually hurt, which is actually what you might argue the manosphere people are kind of saying they need, which is like, well, right. I'm hurt too,
right? And it's like, well,
you might actually want to say that,
right,
so that we could actually do something about it,
right?
But I think the other thing that is important about the manosphere, to your point, is that it's become this, I don't want to say community, but maybe it is a community, definitely like a network of people.
Yeah, it's definitely a network.
Podcasters, streamers on YouTube and Twitch and Discord and Reddit, where like conversations happen that like really start to churn and like double down on these really like
and shape
and these harmful ideas and like can have really shaped the conversation that we're having about social role of women, the role of men, how we should be teaching children, who should be in office. And that's really how the manosphere was captured, or I feel like the manosphere and MAGA kind of were of each other at different points. And then like now it's just like one, or it got to be one conglomerate. But to your point, it seems as though also there's a bit of like shifting happening.
A bit of shifting. Potentially. I mean, I don't think it's a shift. But the shift is happening because at one point they literally helped elect Donald Trump. And then now there's this like reaction to ICE raids. There's this reaction to Israel and like all the harm that they're doing worldwide,
and all the money that we're giving them to do the harm.
And all the money that we're giving to do the harm. There's several clips of Theo Von just being like, well, why do we give Israel what's up with that? Why do we give Israel so much money? And then Joe Rogan clip of him being like, wow, they're not even getting all the bad for immigrants. They're getting people who are college students, and they're getting
construction workers,
and this is crazy. Interesting enough, I don't think it at first it was like, oh, to me I was like, oh, what is this shift happening? Are they like learning how to be human now? But then I had to take a step back and review the picture I was looking at. And I was like, they're just going where the money is.
100%.
They are, obviously those clips did so well that they entered into my algorithm. So like in my opinion, it's less of a shift and more of like, it's less of a shift in like thought ideas and more of a shift and an alignment towards the money and towards getting more views, more clicks, and thus generating more wealth for themselves. Because I can imagine that, if they were really into all right, what's up with Israel? What's up with Zionism? What's up with ICE? I feel like they would be making stronger shifts.
Yeah.
As opposed to these bite-sized clips that are going viral.
Well, they change who they have on their show as guests. They would invite different people to be in conversation.
That part, yeah.
And I also think that it's really to me, it kind of raises the like irresponsibility of some of these folks with their platforms. Because to me, I think that someone like Joe Rogan, do I think Joe Rogan is smart? No. Do I think he's dumb? No, I don't think he's dumb. I think he has a level of like awareness in like what he's in like what that like things like nuance exist, but the way that they get, at least before Trump was elected, the way that they grew their audience was by being very salacious, being like, being very extreme, being very hard and fast, being very much like, yeah, you can't have, tens of millions of illegal or criminals in our country, undocumented criminals, knowing good and well that there are not that many criminals, people with criminal records that are also undocumented. That number is crazy. That's not true.
Yeah, I think it's like 70% of folks being detained by immigration are nonviolent.
Have no, not even nonviolent. They have no charges, no criminal charges, period. And but I think Joe Rogan knows that. I think that Joe Rogan probably had that awareness before the election, but it wasn't in his incentive to say that, right? And so in the similar way, like someone like Theo Von, well, we were giving billions of dollars to Israel before the election. And the genocide was still happening before the election. And it was clear that Trump was not going to do much to really stop that. To stop sending billions of dollars in weapons to Israel before the election. But Theo Von's audience was growing on not talking about those nuances, not talking about, not showing a pro-Palestinian or even anti-war perspective very aggressively before the election. So it's like, to me, it really just raises the the deceptiveness and the really like disgusting way that people are using clicks and attention to grow their pockets and really manipulating people. Because the thing about the manosphere is that it has really changed how a lot of young men especially view themselves and view the world, view the people around them. And, it's causing a lot of friction between young men and young women. Yeah. Because they're like, the young women are like, I will not be oppressed. I don't know what you think this is, but we will not be doing that. And I think the men that are in this manosphere world have a very warped view of how women want to how women receive them or will receive this energy. And it's really all being perpetuated by people that are doing it for their own profit. Do you know what I mean? Like doing it for their own whims, their own money. And it's really sad.
Yeah. The type of people that the manosphere inspire are the same. I feel like are the same people that are like, yeah, let's go order a couple of vests. Let's go order a couple of vests on Amazon.
Correct.
And some military looking equipment and go pick us up some illegals.
Pretend to be ICE,
basically.
Absolutely.
That has literally happened in South California. South California. Did I say that right? That doesn't sound
Southern
right.
California?
Like South California. I'm like, something about this sounds really...
This isn't right.
This isn't right.
I've never heard this before.
Southern California. A man was arrested. I think it was either one person or maybe it was multiple that got arrested for acting like he was ICE. So the shit is definitely happening, and those people are listening to podcasts as well.
Also, how are we supposed to know who ICE is, period? Yeah. They have their face covered. Mm-hmm. They're not given badge numbers. They don't have any type of warrants, official documents. No. It's terrible.
And people are fighting back.
Yes.
People are definitely fighting back. You know, there's all these clips of, communities pushing back ICE agents, people at work standing for their coworkers. I just saw this clip of nurses trying to prevent this one ICE agent from picking up somebody.
A patient.
A patient. Mm-hmm. So people are definitely fighting back, and it's a really good thing to see.
Yeah, totally.
Especially when you just think about how I feel like ICE is fragile.
100%.
I feel like ICE is too young of an institution, too made up of an institution for it to actually be a thing in the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, right, because it's not heavily legislated. It is well funded, but
definitely well funded.
It is well funded, but it is not heavily legislated. And by that I mean the police are in a bunch of different laws.
Yeah.
The FBI is in a bunch of different laws. Like hospital infrastructure, health insurance programs. They're written in lots of different places in the federal code and the state code. So it's that's to me is the difference between these institutions and ICE. ICE is mostly in Homeland Security or in the defense bills and in Homeland Security. So it's cut a couple of cords, we're out of here. Mm-hmm. But I also want to say to the people pushing back, we're seeing people figure out ways to physically resist. I've seen people in LA buy out day laborers, so raise money to, because they're going to Home Depot and places where day laborers work, and so the people are raising money to pay the day laborers whatever they would make that day, so that they don't have to go out to work and they can stay at home. I love that. Yeah, that's beautiful. So that they don't have to go out and risk being taken up by ICE, right?
Good way for the community to show up for folks.
It's a great way for, and then people are literally physically interrupting the way that nurse did. And I want to make a point about confronting law enforcement, because it can be very scary.
For sure.
But also there's a lot that we can do with our bodies that actually is disrupting. I saw, this isn't necessarily an ICE thing, but I saw a clip of someone in Miami that was asking questions at a hearing about a law, whether or not the city of Miami or Miami-Dade was going to partner with ICE to do deportations. And this woman basically asked for she asked basically a process question and was getting dragged out by these security guards. And all these people are filming this person getting dragged out. And some of them are shouting don't do that. Yeah. She just asked a question. And I just want to be yes, and
go over there and bust somebody's ass. You
don't even have to bust somebody's ass. You could literally just walk up to what's happening and be hey, you could de-escalate it, but you could step up in a way that's intentionally trying to de-escalate. Yeah. And a lot of times these people will just stop. Yeah. Because they're security guards. They're fake security guards.
It's also a numbers game.
Yeah. And if enough of us are hey, stop dragging that person.
Yeah. It's 4 security guards, but it's 50, 60 of us in this hearing.
And even if we're not, you don't have to push them. You don't have to you know, some people, if you want to, you can try to like put your body in between the guard or whatever. But I think it's really just about trying to de-escalate.
Yeah. There are strategic ways to intervene.
We don't actually, this actually isn't necessary. We don't have to do this. You can just stop.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they will just stop.
Yeah. I think there and then, you know, there's the unfortunate circumstances where you get arrested for interfering with an arrest or whatever the case that they would call it. I don't know. I feel like that's a noble cause to be.
It's a charge worth taking.
Yeah, a charge worth taking. I would look back on that and feel great about my decisions.
And maybe the charges are dropped, or
maybe the charges are dropped.
Whatever. And like
maybe the ACLU steps up type shit.
I also want to name that like there are lots of organizations that do trainings for things like this. That are you don't have to take out your whole afternoon or pay a bunch of money. You can literally go online. Maybe we can find some links to put in the description. But like some example, like just literally like, here's how you de-escalate. Here's what to do if you see somebody if you hear a report of ICE in your neighborhood. Like we're gonna have to do a lot more of this in the near future and probably longer term. And so I think it's really just about like challenge and back to the whole Copaganda thing, right? Like challenging your perception of what authority these people have. Like the police should only have, or what any law enforcement, frankly, they should only have authority to the extent that us, the people, decide that we want to trust them with the authority. And if enough of us are like, you are actually behaving in a way that is outside of the authority that we think that you should have, you got to stop. They will have to stop.
Yeah, and just thinking about ICE historically, an institution created, I don't even want to give it the credit of being an institution, but an institution created after 9/11, you know, basically using fear, using xenophobia, racism as a way to create this entity that aggressively watches neighborhoods, like it's surveilling everything. The type of equipment and data that they have to be able to, you know, put up profiles on people is pretty wild. The fact that they are getting billions with a B, like literally 8 billion a year, and that recently got bumped up to 28 billion a year. With an additional billion. 48 or 45 billion just to build detention centers. So like to think about an institution that is getting so much money while other programs and other institutions that we actually need are getting pulled, like funding is getting pulled for these things. It's like, how can I have respect for this institution? So like, I genuinely at this point, I'm like, fuck ICE. It's been fuck ICE, honestly. But like now, my brain is really focused and like really just processing like, well, what does it look like for ICE to not exist in the next 5 to 10 years? Yeah. Because that's something that's possible, and 100%. I think that's like a target that folks need to be hitting.
We don't need it.
We definitely don't need ICE.
And it's like ICE is like immigration and customs enforcement. Immigration, who's coming in and out. Customs, what's coming in and out, products and livestock and such. Enforcement, that sounds like paperwork. Yeah. That does not sound like AR-15s. That sounds like
not military.
That does not sound like military tanks. That sounds like stamp, check. This is allowed. This isn't allowed.
Yep.
These things are toxic. Those things are not. These people need to get to the front of the line. These people, this is the line. Like, that sounds like some process shit. That does not sound like detention centers and, like, it's that using ICE, using immigration as a foil to get black and brown people out of power and out of the country is so insidious, but it is very white supremacist America culture. Absolutely. It's 100% what they would do, what they are doing. And I think that, like, if people, I really like your perspective of, like, ICE just got here. Why do we need them? We don't, let's just cross it off the list.
We can cross this off the list.
Abolish. Move this administrative work to somebody's office on K Street in DC, and let's move on and stop terrorizing people. Because this is they're literally using the fear of people coming into the country or drugs, of violent people coming into the country or drugs or weapons coming into the country. They're using that fear to do their racist agenda to get black and brown people out of power, into concentration camps or into work camps, and out of the country to whiteify America.
It's also just like, this is America. Like, how you're literally watching and surveilling everything. You mean to tell me you not gonna know if niggas is bringing guns, like some real guns, into this motherfucker?
Come on.
You mean to tell me you're not gonna know where the fentanyl's coming from? First of all, you dropped it off.
Hey.
Let's start off there.
Hey. You are tracking it.
You are tracking the shit. It's just whack, and
definitely team abolish ICE.
I'm ready for the
it doesn't make any sense.
Of ICE.
Also, we need immigration is great.
Word.
Migration is great. It's gonna happen. Yeah. It's gonna keep happening.
Integration versus
segregation.
Deporting.
Oh.
Like, how do you integrate?
Oh, I see.
People into America, integrate folks into
the fabric of our society.
Into the fabric of our society, by making them citizens, and also, I
think that's already kind of what we're seeing and are about to see the consequences of that. Because immigrants, undocumented or otherwise, are actually very cornerstone to all of our societies and our cultures.
For sure.
They are the people that keep they're the lifeblood of the consumer economy, of the production economy, of all of that shit.
I mean, all this digital shit, technology shit, ain't no white man from Arkansas.
What's his name?
Cooking up algorithms and shit like that.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
My boy. My boy Vivek.
he low-key tried to make this point at the beginning of the Trump administration. He was like, y'all need to not cut out all the immigrants, because your little dumb white boys over here are not cooking up the cyber tech.
Y'all niggas ain't gonna have no MySpace no more, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
My boy Vivek.
But no, I think we are. I think your point about integration is like giving people status so that they generally, in theory, have more rights. The problem is that even those of us that have status, our rights are looking questionable right now.
Yeah.
But I think we are seeing, and will continue to see over the next year, the impacts of the immigrants in our country leaving or being afraid to show up. Because again, the jobs, the work that there aren't enough American-born workers, and let's be clear, there aren't enough white workers. There are not enough poor white people to do the jobs that are necessary to allow our economy to flourish in the way that it has.
Is your ear okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just...
Oh. It would look like it was stuck there.
My hand?
Yeah. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
Point is, these white folks ain't doing these jobs.
Period.
So let the folks that are excited and,
doing the work, been doing a great job.
Trying to put food on the table for their families.
And also give them status so that they can have access to things.
Right.
I'm over it. I'm really over it. I do think that this is true in all of the situations around the extremes that we're seeing in our country. Mm-hmm. This is the time for those of us with the bold ideas, mm-hmm. not just, let's give status to the kids of undocumented people because they were. No, everybody gets it, and they get a check. Let's go big. Everybody gets it, and everybody gets access to healthcare, and everybody gets access to parental family leave, and everybody gets access to let's go big.
I think given all the chaos that is the Trump administration, it's inevitable that what comes after this, that it has to be bold ideas.
I don't think it's inevitable, but I think it's very much possible. Because
I think it's definitely possible. You're right. It's definitely possible. I do feel like it is inevitable. Well, on some like the universe is breathing and experiencing the chaos as well, and the universe is like, well, I know how to detox all this shit.
I'm about to wash all this out.
I'm about to. Where Trump at?
Get him out of here. I think, though, the reason why I say it's not inevitable, I do think it's highly likely.
For sure.
Especially because, like, people's energy is just going to be like, I mean, we're seeing it in New York. Yeah. They're literally like, no, we do want the socialist mayor. Yep, we'll take him.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're like, gang. But I think that the reason why I say it's not inevitable is because white supremacy culture has been so dominant in this country for so long. Mm-hmm. And white liberalism is very much a form of white supremacy culture and is steeped in it. And so I could totally see a world where the like white liberal ideal of the right liberal response to this is not to go as big as what people are yearning for and what the chaos is giving the opportunity for. Because but they'll actually be like, no, we need to like meet in the middle, find the like whatever we need to do to maintain capitalism as it has existed for this long. That's what they will do. People are looking for big change. That's why they thought Trump was a great salesman for big change. Turns out he's actually more of the same, I would argue worse. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do think that people are going to be hungry for people are going to be really open to like really, really bold new ideas.
I agree.
And we got to and also values that reflect what it means to like implement those new ideas. Yeah. The argument that is always made around for incrementalism is like, well, the system doesn't allow us to, we can't move too fast because the system doesn't allow us to wada. But this moment when the system is actually crumbled, is like non-existent anymore. Like when we build a new Department of Education, no loans. Yeah. Free college.
Also,
free lunches.
We've experienced this system get impacted by COVID.
Yes.
And when that happened, there was a ton of flexibility in terms of how we were shifting and making moves and creating new processes for
even
things.
Within the institutions.
Even within the institutions, without our neighborhoods, our regular lives. It's possible to make a shift. And it's possible to envision a world, envision a program that can solve what we need to solve, that can, create what we need to create, that can develop what we need to develop. We just need to believe in it and push that idea out and say, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, because if they can literally abolish the Department of Education, set up concentration camps, send people to countries, whole different countries, pass this crazy change to our healthcare system in the matter of 8 months.
Build a random ass, fake ass, inhumane ass detention center in the middle of the Everglades.
End a war, pause a war, all in 8 months. What could we do with actual aligned values and the will of the people in service of the people.
Right.
What's possible? Anything.
It's possible. Things are possible, and what's definitely going to happen is us cooking up this show.
Totally.
Shout out to us going to Netroots.
Oh, yes.
That's a thing.
That is a thing. We're going to be at Netroots Nation Conference in New Orleans.
Talking about the N-Word podcast type things.
Yeah.
So excited about that. We might even cook up a live show depending on how childcare is impacting us.
Yeah, let us know if you're going to be there. Hit us up on our IGs, our Instagrams. We're on TikTok now. The N-Word podcast is on TikTok.
The N-Word podcast is on TikTok. There is a more polished look to the vibes. We are rolling with the black and white look. We'll see how that, we just out here doing our thing. This has been a great episode of the N-Word podcast, powered by the South. I am your host, Kevin. This is Angela.
Love y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe for the vibes, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode.